Kalua for the moment. Copy box numbers in 2. Pacquiao, great round, 31 out of 66. Lucero, virtually non-existent, 4 out of 42. Pacquiao landing nearly 60% of his power shots through the first 2 rounds. And there's more accurate punching from Manny Pacquiao against a pretty tough target to find. Finally, Lucero gets in a counter left.
Even if Lucero lands a punch, it may look impressive the way he swings. I don't think it's going to hurt Pacquiao because you can see it coming. Punches that you see coming don't hurt you. The punches that you don't see that hurt you.
Now, you can tell when Pacquiao's supremely confident. He fights with a little smile on his face, and he's been grinning through most of the first 2 rounds here, feeling as though he's in control against Emmanuel Lucero. And after that punch, he is totally in control, and the referee instantly stops the fight.
He was out on his feet with a punch that landed right on the point of the jaw.
Jose Cobian taking the in LA. You can see there's the left hand that starts to Lucero standing up.
He never saw the punch coming. He was too low to even see it coming. He thought he was probably out of danger by getting that low.
Gives you a pretty good idea as to how heavy are Manny Pacquiao's hands.
Yes, and it's good focus and concentration too.
To the fighter he fought in his last fight here in Staples Center, a Mexican fighter named Ruben Contreras. The story there was that after Valoria knocked out Contreras in the 6th round, Contreras suffered subdural bleeding and actually was taken to a hospital where he nearly died. Contreras has won the battle for his life. He's getting better, and Valoria dedicated his knockout tonight to his previous opponent.
That was very nice of him too.
Also, Jim Valoria, it turns out, something we didn't fully know, is an Hawaiian American, of course, but he is a 100% Filipino background, so that he can take advantage of all the Filipino fans who have come out for Pacquiao, and maybe that'll be part of his fan base as well.
Copy box numbers through round 5. Pacquiao's landed 109 power shots. Velasquez has landed 68. Shows you what a dynamic offensive force Pacquiao is. Shows you that he leaves himself open defensively.
Yes, it does. But this is the perfect opponent for him in preparation for the fight with Morales, because even though he may get tired and he's having a rough contest, the slowness of the opponent, Velasquez, will always permit him to be able to get away.
There's an abrasion alongside the left eye of Velasquez. Testimony to those right hands he's been catching just like that.
Sizzling right hand inside by Pacquiao, who has zeroed in the last couple of rounds and seems to be getting more and more accurate with his power shots.
But I'm very impressed with his stamina and his condition, right, because he's thrown a lot of punches, I mean power punches, and still is punching with full power at this stage of the fight.
There's a creeping doubt in my mind, Emmanuel, as to whether Manny Pacquiao is really a 130-pound fighter.
No, I don't think so. I think his best weight is 126 pounds. And when you're fighting guys who are like Morales, who are coming in from 140, that natural weight, it can be a big factor late in the fight.
Perfect right hand by Pacquiao.
Right hook.
Stuns Velasquez. Pacquiao trying to finish it. Got 40 seconds to get it done. One of the most vicious finishers in the sport. Velasquez in big trouble now, trying to hold on.
Well, Velasquez is doing something that's very smart. Clinch, even if you have to fall down with the opponent.
Pacquiao just missed a counter left hand that would have ended the fight. Good job of holding on by Velasquez. He's still staggering.
Velasquez is not only hurt, I think fatigue is a big factor now. There's no way I can see him going into the fight.
The increasing accuracy of Pacquiao's shots making a difference, and Velasquez goes to his knee as the round comes to a close. They're saying he did so before the bell, so it is a knockdown. And that's a stoppage.
Good call by the referee.
Something no.
Очень много боев провел Марко Антонио Баррера. О, вот это 4 удара уже пропустил слева Маркес. Фантастическое начало боя. Это не кто-нибудь, это Хуан Мануэль. Дважды в первом раунде оказался на полу. Вот это уже безобразие. Маркес, заметьте, не просто даже не пытается перекрыться или связать, или пойти в клинч. Он идет на обострение, видно, амбиции берут вверх. Выстоит.
Hard left hand, straight on the button by Pacquiao. Down goes Barrera. He's been knocked down 3 times in his career.
Barely that
Never this early in a fight.
There is that left hand again. He doesn't see it coming, or he just can't cope with its speed.
Well, Pacquiao's got a little rhythm. He doesn't just come straight in. He goes a little kind of semi-Mike Tyson in and out.
This might be against Marco Antonio Barrera. Now they know as Pacquiao tries to go ahead and finish Barrera right here in the 3rd round. And he's getting reckless, and Barrera takes advantage. What a fight.
Is Barrera prepared?
Pacquiao is strafing Barrera with left hands. Marco's hanging in now. He's tasted the power, but Manny's having another big round.
He has a great round. I don't know if Barrera's going to survive it, but if he does can survive this round and Pacquiao runs out of gas a few rounds later, Pacquiao's going to be in trouble. But at this stage right here, everything is great for Pacquiao at this stage right here.
Pacquiao coming right through the right hand counter. Landed another big left hand. A wobbly Barrera trying to fend him off. He's never fought past the 10th.
I don't know if there's a rematch clause in their contract, but off of this, I'm not sure that even if there is, that Barrera would want to fight this little tiger again.
Well, what you have is Manny Pacquiao annihilating a guy who was universally ranked coming in as one of the 5 or 6 best pound-for-pound fighters in the sport.
Larry, that's a good question, but I asked Oscar that at the fighters meeting yesterday because I was concerned because I had a good feeling that what is happening was going to happen tonight, and Oscar did say he did have a rematch clause. But I agree with you. I don't know if Barrera wants to fight him again.
I'm not sure what would the strategy for the rematch be.
Don't do me any favors like that.
The only possible strategy for the rematch is poison his food.
Yeah. I don't see anything would be any difference if they ever fought a rematch. Determination that he fought with in the beginning of the fight.
Yeah, I think if Marco Antonio Barrera is going to make it. And Barrera's just eating leather.
This is a fight that will shake up the boxing world.
Sure will.
Barrera is one of the highest regarded fighters in the world.
He's an icon.
Been one of the most entertaining fighters in the world. One of the most complete fighters in the world.
One of the most knocked down fighters in the world right at this moment. He's right on top of Barrera.
Pacquiao was right there as soon as the referee.
He looked like
moved out of the way.
occasion.
But officially should have been a knockdown.
But he's taking a lot of left hands. I wouldn't send him out for the 12th round, Manny. I don't care how proud he is. There's no way a great fighter should have to go through 3 more minutes of this.
No, because Pacquiao is not backing off. If you had a guy that was
He's getting hurt. Here comes Barrera's corner. Barrera's corner man is up on the apron. He's going to step into the ring. That's a good decision. Finally. They could have done that 2 rounds ago.
A great finish by Pacquiao. A valiant effort.
Judge Harold Letterman, our unofficial score, gave the first round to Manny. Pacquiao crowd chanting, Manny, Manny, Manny. Morales, who landed some good right hands in the first fight, tried to drive Pacquiao back with right hands there, but Manny comes back with a torrent of punches from his own. And of course you have ardent, spirited Mexican and Mexican-American Morales rooters. Difficult for every opponent.
He looks so strong and so sturdy as compared to Morales. Even though Morales is landing, he seems to be still uncoordinated as compared to
Down goes Morales on a Pacquiao right hand. Left. And
The punch is coming, Jim.
Pacquiao again landing his straight left hand. Morales chases him and lands a right. They trade punches at the rope. And when they trade punches, Morales takes again. Eric Morales not afraid to fight with one of the most dangerous punchers in the sport.
Eric Morales likes to get that last punch in.
He has the kind of will that allows some men walk over hot coals.
The right hook, the punch that...
Hard right hand, stun Morales. Pacquiao's all over him. Thinks he's got a chance. Morales slightly staggered after that last left hand. And down he goes. Solid left hand shot by Pacquiao, who did not like Morales saying that he didn't hurt him with punches in the second fight. Pacquiao was insulted by that.
He's to the neutral corner.
Oh, what a solid left hand by Pacquiao. It's hard to imagine how Morales can last long against this.
Well, until he goes out, he's going to be fighting all the way down. He's not going to back up.
What guts by Morales! He strafes Pacquiao with right hands, even while on unsteady feet.
And he is hurt.
And he holds on for one of the first times in his career. 30 seconds to go. Another huge left hand by Pacquiao. Punch after punch after punch. And he wants to finish Morales right here. And the brave heart of Morales holds up, but his legs go again. Third knockdown of the fight by Pacquiao against Morales.
He doesn't want to get up.
Morales shakes his head as if to say, I want no more. Well, maybe because Freddie Roach told him he needs an early knockout, and he wants to get an early knockout.
Well, last time he told me he needed a knockout, he had the pot shot, straight left-hand lead. This is what happens when a guy is much faster than his opponent. You steal him while he's throwing a jab.
And then he turns, just like three of them, a left upstairs, a right-left combination. Not good at stopping Manny Pacquiao from firing combinations in the middle of the ring.
Who can?
Hard in the exchange and knock him down or out.
And that's what Brandon's trying.
Great body shot with the left by Pacquiao. Left, right, left. Further combination. Go.
Brandon's jab right there, countered with a beautiful straight left hand, high on the head, right on the right eye of Brandon Rios's. Brandon Rios smiles, but usually when they smile, they feel it. Come in with 1, 2, 3, 4 punches. Once he gets Brandon Rios on the defense, he just keeps his hands moving to try to make Brandon keep his hands up.
Beginning to show damage.
Yeah, the right eye from that left hand, that straight left hand that Pacquiao keeps landing repeatedly.
At what point does Rios think, okay, the game plan is not working? As I mentioned, he hasn't sold out his game plan yet. And I have to throw some blind left hooks, see if I can catch this guy, whether or not I know where he is exactly.
I'd say we're getting there. Yes. I'd say we're getting there pretty fast. Pacquiao is beginning to toy with
combinations. Once he gets Brandon on the defense, he forces Brandon to keep his hands at home, and that way Brandon can cause Pacquiao no harm because he won't punch as long as he...
So far, in terms of how much does Pacquiao have left, what we've seen in terms of a return to form is Pacquiao fighting throughout the round rather than taking long rest periods as he had against Tim Bradley, for example.
It's representative numbers for Brandon Rios, and they won't win him the fight. Pacquiao ripping Rios with straight left hands. And as long as Rios has to keep his hands at home to stop Pacquiao's power shots upstairs, it's going to be difficult.
Fight, which has been the counter left and the straight left lead. That was a counter left, there's a counter left, or a left lead because he threw it at the same time. Here's a counter left hand again. That straight left hand has caused Brandon Rios all types of trouble all night long, especially off of his jab.
He does all the right things with a right hand that you don't see southpaws do. 9-0, Manny Pacquiao.
Knockout, and Gabe Chavez Jr. the chance to land those big shots.
Well, so far this has been not the physical phenom Pacquiao, though he's been very fast and landed very good shots. This has been the Freddie Roach pupil Pacquiao. the guy who Freddie Roach took and refined from this physical phenom to a more
Brandon hasn't been quite as defenseless as the slower Margarito was.
Exactly. No broken bones so far.
That we know. Brandon Rios' face and head are going to look like a basketball tomorrow morning.
Yes.
Pacquiao
I
hasn't
think
had enough.
Pacquiao is enjoying looking at Rios' swollen, bloodied face.
He is.
He promised to punish Rios for the friction between the two camps that erupted into a battle in the gym the other day. He promised to show that he was the old Manny Pacquiao and that there's no reason to suggest his career is over. He promised to throw punches in bunches and to land his power shots. He's done all of that. The only thing he hasn't done is to fulfill the prediction of most boxing experts that he would get a knockout or a TKO. But maybe it wasn't worth the risk. Maybe it was better simply to pile up the numbers and outdo Rios in every round the way he has so far.
Yeah.
The crowd loves him. They're on their feet in Macau.
Size has been a big factor in this fight, as I see right here.
That's good left hook inside by, or left cross inside by Pacquiao. He lands the right hook too, as Margarito. Now his back is against the ropes. Margarito tries to press the action. Pacquiao hits him flush with a big left hand. Pacquiao using the hand speed advantage to get Margarito off of it. We're looking at 12 rounds of nervous jeopardy, but he might win every round.
What we see
On the
here,
other hand, Margarito is, so Pacquiao can do that.
yeah, Margarito's saying that Pacquiao's not hurting him, but his face is telling a different story.
Indeed. And Pacquiao's beginning to land with almost every punch. He's beating Margarito up in this round. There's a huge welt under Margarito's right eye. He's backing Margarito up, and he's hurting him. And Margarito can say all he wants that Pacquiao can't hurt him, but that's not true. Now Margarito catches Pacquiao twice against the ropes, and Manny finally is able to dodge away. But this gives Margarito energy, this gives him will and confidence. Suddenly he's back in the fight as he's tasted for a moment the advantage of having Pacquiao against the ropes. This is Pacquiao's nightmare, locked in a trap against a much bigger man. Fights his way out of it. Bloodies Margarito some more. Him against the ropes here, trying to get to Pacquiao's body. That could change the fight. Pacquiao fighting back with his back on the ropes.
And here comes
And he
Manny.
turns it around and bangs Margarito viciously. Left cross straight on the bad eye. And another one. Right on that badly bruised right eye of Margarito. Pacquiao hits him again with the left. Margarito nods at him. Pacquiao hits him at will. He's a former flyweight, beating up one of the biggest welterweights we ever saw. Shave off the beard, which probably they would have done. Pacquiao said, leave it there. I want to use it as a target. That's a fighter.
Unbelievable machine.
Greatest offensive fighter of the era. Tattooing Margarito.
Well, when all of that, the Margarito's just mentally and physically fatigued both. And this right hook,
He's ready to go.
That's one of the biggest jabs I've ever seen.
It was a right hook. He didn't see it coming.
That was a right hook from Pacquiao.
Yeah, Pacquiao
stopped Margarito in his tracks
perfect.
to win the fight, even though he's hopelessly behind and getting
no
counted.
head movement at all. There's no head movement
Pacquiao
at all.
looking towards the ref, asking him to stop the fight at this point.
Manny Pacquiao, the congressman. Manny Pacquiao, the cultural icon. Manny Pacquiao, the citizen of the world. That's the man who's letting Margarito finish. And we're done. Pacquiao has his unanimous decision victory.